Welcome to the course Scratch Programming for Beginners. Today we'll discuss Scratch code block look and feel. To open the URL scratch.mit.edu on a web browser. Once the browser is appeared, then you need to click on Start Creating button. Once you click on Start Creating button, the following page will appear. In the left hand side under the code, you need to click on looks. All the looks related code block will be appearing. So we'll discuss each and every one in detail. Code, click on looks. Here is the different blocks of looks, and let's say create one event, starting event, and then the first one is say hello for 2 seconds, and the second one is hello. So it's more or less both are similar. If I say hello, it will say hello, and if I take it hello, it will say hello for 2 seconds. Let's start it. Yeah, after that it disappears. If I make it 3 seconds, hello, and then it disappears. So this is the simple looks, and then another one is think. You can I mean the sprite can think something. Okay, let's say think. Yeah, so the difference is in think and with seconds. That means that effect will remain here for think without any I mean time duration like say as well. And if you click on think, this one with seconds, then after 2 seconds that your the think whatever your think takes, that will be disappeared, uh, so that is the only difference here. Let's say instead of him I can fly and make it for 3 seconds. So here you see I can fly. After 3 seconds disappears. Similarly, you have switch to costume. Yeah, we'll go by in detail within a separate video. You can change the costume of that particular sprite from one to another. If you have to, let's say, select the first one is by the default one. So if I select the second one, your costume has been changed. So we can create the new costumes from here also. We can do some kind of coloring as well. So we'll do in another video in detail. Next one, yeah, that is the next costume. So let's say if I do it and if I do it, so the by default, if I say the costume one and it will go to the costume one, change the costume one, and then uh, it will execute the next costume, that is still the costume 2. Okay, so if I, let's say if I do here and here is changing the costume 2. So if you see that the costume 2 is appearing here, so it's basically changing the costume. Okay, the next costume. And next one is switch to backdrop and next backdrop. So backdrop means the background. So whatever the object or sprite you see in the behind, you have one uh, behind the scene. This is called the background. So you can change the background at any time. So currently, next backdrop there is nothing like that. So let's go to backdrop and choose another backdrop from here. So I am taking this background, and yeah, the background has been changed. So if I change to Arctic, it's already in Arctic. So if I change to backdrop one, yeah, changing that. Okay. So if I say Arctic and then run, it's changing. If I say random background, so if you have n numbers of, I mean more numbers of background, then you can change the random. It will take one, and choosing randomly. There is only two, that's why it will come, yeah, it's changing one after another. You can say next backdrop, that means the background will be white. Let's say create another background, let's say blue sky, and you will get the better effect in random. Okay, see, changing. And individually you can select the background, or you can change to next or previous background. In this way it will work. Okay, and uh, similarly next backdrop, whatever is there, so if I click on that, then the next background appears. If I click here, the next one also comes. Okay, and uh, next is change by size. Okay, so if I do it, it's changing the size only. Okay, it's size changing the size by 10%. So if I click once again, it will again increase 10%. Okay, so instead of that, you can do in size in 100% as well. Let's say you can make the sizes 100%. So if I click here, so it's 100% by default. If I make it 200%, it should be doubled, right? Yeah, it should be doubled. So in this way, you can increase the size of your sprite. And next one is change color by effect. So you can change the color. Here you see that the color effect is different value. So that documentation is there. So if I go to the sprite documentation, how it varies. Okay, you can change the color. Let's say I can put 30, and then it is changing the color. If I say 70 or 50, it will change to another color. Okay, if I say 80, how it has been changed. So there is a standard documentation. If you go to Google and change by color, search change by color scratch. So if you see that the link, I don't know, I'm not sure. Yeah, if I go to change by color pen or that graphics effect, yeah, click on graphics effect. Here, if you see that detailed documentations are there. Okay, if I click on color, the detailed descriptions are there. Apart from color, you have other as well. Fish eye, you have pixel rate, brightness. Just go through a documentation. I'm interested on the color. So here you will see that different range changing the color. So you can follow this particular documentation. That's why the color has been changed. So you have other controls as well. You can change the brightness. You can change other effect as well. Pixelate. Let's say brightness. Okay, I have 80 here. It looks like that. So if you go through the documentation, I will get the total effects. That is for advanced topic. So I'm not going to more in detail. So we'll discuss in our advanced topic. Okay. And similarly you have set color effect too. So initial color effect, whatever you need, so initially you can set it. Let's say that is my initial color effect step. Okay, and after that you can change the clear graphics, whatever you do, that is a graphics, and you can change it. Okay, so first it will change the color, let's say 30, and then it will clear the graphics effect. Yeah, it will go back to the previous one where we stands. Okay, and show heights, that you can also do it, like because after that you can, yeah, if you want to hide the picture or spike, then you can hide it. Okay, that is another one. And another few two is there, go to font layer and go to forward layer. So that is also advanced topic. So you can create the images in layered approach. Means you can create the uh, uh, n number of backgrounds. I mean the backgrounds, the first layer, and then on top of it you can create another layer, and you can change from back and forth, and from a spike to one layer to another you can move it. So this is the place where this code block you can do it. So this is a for advanced topic. I'm not going in detail. So in the next module, so what I'm going to do, I will create two separate videos, one for costume and another for backdrop, which are very important. And apart from that, I will create another video where you will get a program combining motion and looks, because we already completed motion and looks. So we'll create a sample program so that we'll utilize all the code block of most of the code blocks of looks and motion. So stay with me. This video is a part of video series based on the topic Scratch tutorial for the beginner. If you like this video, then please share, like, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.